and let's begin. Greetings. This is Dustin Guinee, and you've arrived at Open Minds, Open Hearts. And today we're going to be doing a loving kindness meditation for relationships. And this practice today is really about cultivating not only love for others, but love for ourselves as well. We're gonna touch on love for ourselves, for relationships, both romantic and as well as family, friend, and really expanding out to all living beings. So regardless of your relationship status, I think you're going to find something of value in this meditation today. So let's go ahead and get started with a few deep breaths. So deep breath in through the nose, filling up your diaphragm, and release. Releasing through the mouth, just letting that air easily come out. And deep breath in through the nose, filling up the belly, and release. Just releasing all that air. And deep breath in. And release. So today, as we do a loving kindness meditation for ourselves and for the relationships in our lives, I invite you to move away from some of these ideas of Hollywood love or living happily ever after, and some of these stories that we've been told about love and the way it's supposed to work. Really, love is a practice, and it's a practice that requires our attention really on a daily basis. And so, as we work through this today through meditation, mindfulness, I think we'll be able to find that when we start to bring awareness and non-judgmental awareness to our relationships, that we really start to see love starting to flow in our lives, and not conditioning our love, but really starting to cultivate an unconditional love. It really does come from a deep place in the heart as we continue to do this work. It's often our ego that is the one kind of putting conditions on our love and putting all sorts of requirements and judgments on ourselves as to whether we're worthy of love or not, or to others and whether they're worthy of our love or not. And it creates a bit of a toxic environment, and it's not truly love. It's really more manipulation and power plays. And so we want to move away from those notions and to really start to dig deep into this loving energy that is available to us when we sit in quiet contemplation, when we settle our mind, and really just tune into our hearts, tune into the universe. So let us begin our loving kindness practice by giving love to ourselves. We are often our worst critic. We're often most judgmental of ourselves. But if we're not filling up our own cup with love, then how are we ever going to be able to share that love with others? And maybe we are still sharing it, but we're running ourselves dry. We're depleting our resource of love. And so when we can fill up our cup first, we're then able to be abundant with love and be able to give it to others in a way that's very freeing. We're not putting attachment on our love or strings attached. We're giving it because we have it in abundance. And even if we may not feel like that right now, just being here right now doing this practice shows me that you are on the path to self-love and self-healing. So you're in the right place and you are filling up that cup with this practice. So we're going to recite a metta prayer, which is a loving kindness prayer. And you can repeat after me out loud or silently. And it goes like this. May I be happy. May I be healthy. May I live with peace and ease. May my heart be filled with loving kindness. So we start with self-love, we fill up our cup. And now I'd like us to bring our awareness to that of our parents, mother, father, biological, adopted, step-parents, foster parents, guardians, whether living or non-living. There has been a parent or guardian that has been in your life. And for those of us that were fortunate to have a positive experience, we may already share our loving kindness with our parents. For others, it may be more of a challenge, and maybe we didn't have the most positive experience with our parents. And really, bringing our loving kindness to our parents is very important because they were our first teachers. And generally, they're the ones that taught us about love or not to love. And so many of our behaviors are still patterned from that experience with our parents. So even for those of us that maybe are having real challenges with loving our parents, there's an important aspect of forgiveness that is involved with really filling up our cup with love. And forgiving our parents, it doesn't mean that we necessarily accept or forget some of the wrongdoings that may have happened. The forgiveness is really a healing practice for ourselves to let go of the past, regardless of how traumatic or bad it may have seemed. Where through forgiveness, we are letting go of that hurt and we are moving on to fully express our true, authentic self. So let's first just forgive our parents. I forgive you, Mom. I forgive you, Dad, for any transgressions, any harm, any ill will or hurtful words. I forgive you now, and I share with you my deepest loving kindness and gratitude, regardless of your imperfections. And we recite the metta prayer. May you be happy. May you be healthy. May you live with peace and ease. May your heart be filled with loving kindness. Now I'd like us to shift our attention to that of a little being, a child, a niece, a nephew, a grandchild, a friend's child, or even a pet or a small animal. This is a being that is growing and developing in the world and has an innocent nature, or just a younger quality to them that helps fill us with energy. But because they are still learning the ways of the world, perhaps they test our buttons and can get to us in ways, get under our skin a little bit. But I don't know this little being in your life, but I can pretty much guarantee that one of their greatest joys in life is to be in your presence, uninterrupted, with your full attention. So I'd like us to give our attention to this child or animal with our metta prayer. May you be happy. May you be healthy. May you live with peace and ease. May your heart be filled with loving kindness. Now, I'd like you to bring your attention to a partner, spouse, husband, wife, boyfriend, girlfriend, or a close friend, somebody that you just really love dearly. This is somebody that, despite their shortcomings, you still love them. They may get under your skin at times, but you really can't imagine your life without this person. And perhaps you're at different levels in love with them. Perhaps you're deep in love. Perhaps you're not feeling the love as much these days. Wherever you are right now, much like our parents, these people are very transformational in our lives. And often there is some hurt and some baggage that comes along with these relationships. And we also want to forgive our partner for any transgressions that they may have caused. And that doesn't mean that we forget some of those things or that we're not still working on those things, but ultimately we want to provide unconditional love to this partner, no strings attached. And we can do that first through our forgiveness. So I forgive you, my spouse, my partner, husband, wife, boyfriend, girlfriend, friend. I forgive you, and I intend to share with you my purest loving kindness from my heart to yours. And repeat after me. May you be happy. May you be healthy. May you live with peace and ease. May your heart be filled with loving kindness. And I'd like us to bring our awareness to somebody that is difficult in our lives. I know this isn't the first person that we may think of when we think of love. This could be a friend, family, coworker, a public figure, or a politician. Somebody that we really have a difficult time being around, hearing their voice, and just in general, try to avoid this person. And we're not really fond of this person. We may have developed a very keen aversion, potentially even a hatred for this person. Hopefully we haven't gone there, but we may have some anger and some fear. But I'd like us to bring this difficult person into our mind. And while we may not condone all their actions, we may despise them, to be honest. Is there one quality that you can see in that person that's positive? Is there one attribute or one thing that they've done that's good, either for you or for others? And just focusing on that, just little slice of goodness, can you find it within yourself to share a little of that loving kindness with this person? To quiet down the judgmental mind and see that this is another human. See that hurt people, and perhaps they're difficult because they're just hurt, and so they're hurting others in the process. Can we cultivate some of our loving kindness for this person today? So, repeat after me. May you be happy. May you be healthy. May you live with peace and ease. May your heart be filled with loving kindness. And finally, let us now bring our awareness, expanding from the room from which we sit, expanding our awareness beyond the confines of the building in which we dwell, to the town and city in which we live. The awareness of our love expanding increasingly to capture the state and country in which we live. Letting this loving awareness grow to envelop the entire planet and all sentient beings in that planet into our loving awareness. We may feel like we don't have a love that's big enough to love all of these living beings. But as we look at the nature of the atom, the electromagnetic energy that creates all matter in the universe, there is an attraction and a love intention that is truly animating all matter in our known universe. And so when we speak of this agape love, this interconnection with all beings, it is happening both at a physical and spiritual level. And it may feel a little far out for some, and that's okay too. But really what we're doing is quieting down the ego and the judgmental mind and understanding that all living beings aren't that different from us. They're all seeking some level of love, respect, dignity, survival. So right now we want to share that loving awareness with all life on the planet. Please repeat after me. May you be happy. May you be healthy. May you live with peace and ease. May your heart be filled with loving kindness. And as we conclude our session, I'd like to share with you a poem that I've written entitled Love is a Practice. My love, forgive me, for I have been blind. Seeing what I want to see, I could not find. The key to your heart that I knew long ago, buried by busyness, the door to your soul. I'm making a path back to where we began, when love was new, taking time to understand. I was raised to believe we'll live happily ever after. But after that, we begin again to start another chapter. After much pain, heartbreak, and sadness, I've come to realize that love is a practice. To quiet my ego and serve your needs, allowing our love to bloom by pulling the weeds. Planting seeds of commitment and content, returning to the source from which we've been sent. Returning to the well of love I fill, starting with my cup till into yours it spills. I strengthen my heart to give it all to you. Leave enough in the tank to reinvent and renew. Open another chapter, writing ups and downs. Deepen our love, roots underground. Love is a practice, persistent and patient. Building our temple, there is no replacement. Each stone is a memory, trust our foundation. Each pillar is separate, holding up our creation. Ever evolving, energies exchanged. Go with the flow, embrace one another in change. This life, this is love. Two wings of a bird take flight like a dove. To see from the heavens realities that angels see. When I let you go, we are both free. Love is a practice, one step at a time. Closer in connection, two souls intertwine. My love, I am thankful to have you in my life. You make me more human to transcend pain and strife. Love is a practice, and I want to practice with you. You remind me to be grateful, giving, and true. To live in the moment, this moment with you. The light in me bows to the light in you. Namaste. Hey there, friend. If you enjoyed that session and would like to join me in real time, then go to openmindsopenhearts.org and sign up for my free classes the first and third Wednesday of each month at 5 p.m. Pacific time. I'd love to meet you in person via Zoom online for these sessions. Also, on my website, you can find past guided meditations. You can find my training sessions where I go deeper into the science and mindfulness practices around this content. You'll find my poetry for meditation, original music, and a variety of other resources to guide you on your meditation and mindfulness practice. So go to openmindsopenhearts.org, sign up, and I hope to see you at the next session.